single turn without a blinker.
I love Willet.
Here we are. Another great evening, Mr. Slaw. Another night of doing the pod. Another night of giving the people what they want.
That's absolutely accurate right there, Mr. Willett. Welcome back to the Not Supposed to Be Here podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We're eating Oreos right off the rip, huh? We don't even give it any time to simmer.
I just
We
dipped
get
it
right
right,
into it.
dipped it in some milk.
You know,
Everybody got to hear me chew.
I have been on the search since our last episode, trying to find those fucking Oreo cakesters. Can't find them.
Really?
Literally cannot find them. Can't find them anywhere. Couldn't find them in a store.
I'm
Went to
going grocery
Walmart,
shopping
Meijer.
tomorrow. I'm going to be
Couldn't
looking
find
for
them.
them.
Couldn't find them. Can't find them in a gas station. Been to like 6 different chains of gas stations. Cannot fucking find these things. I think they're gone.
They might
I
have
think they
took them
pulled
away.
them. I think they
Where,
pulled them.
where's the guy? And then they took them away.
I have no idea what that is.
You've never seen that guy on TikTok? He's like, they gave us the great no. He's always talking about something. He's like the caramel apple empanada. And he's like, then they took it away.
I don't know that. No.
He's a young black gentleman. Talks about stuff. I don't know. Pretty good.
I'll
I
have to
tell you
look it
what,
up.
I see on TikTok all the time. You might have seen her, might not have seen her. Her name's Judy. She has a family cafe in Indiana, and she has a heavy Asian accent, and she goes, "My name's Judy. I have best pancake.
Pancakes. Yeah, the pancakes. Yeah, I like her.
Come to Judy's, have breakfast."
I like
I
her.
love that show. She
It's
wears
a
these little
it's
glasses.
it's a copycat world, because there's that chick at fucking Max's in Lapeer who's doing that shit now. But see, people love Judy. Like people love Judy on the old TikTok.
Uh-huh.
Nobody likes that chick from Max's. Like if you go on Facebook and look at those videos she posts, it is
I don't
not
know.
good
I've
comments.
never
People,
saw any of her
you
videos.
haven't seen any of these yet? You know what
Mm-mm.
I'm talking about, Max's and
I know
Lapeer, the
Max's,
donut
yeah.
shop.
Owned,
So
owned by the
it's like
only
the same thing. She'll like you go in there, give me fucking a dozen donuts. She like grabs the camera, like her phone, and like puts it in your face and starts screaming
you know,
some Asian shit, dude. And they don't fucking like it.
I
People
did
get
see some
pissed.
shit about that on the discussion. What are you drinking there? Bush
This would
peach?
be a Fanta
Mm,
Butch Peach. I wish it was a Butch Peach. No,
me too.
that's a Fanta. That's a
I got
Fanta orange.
I got a nice glass of milk to go with my Oreo.
See, I got the not supposed to be here cup out
See, I
for
say
us
one
tonight.
Oreo, I ate five of them. You know why? Because they have
Five
more
is light.
addictive properties than cocaine.
It's
Let's get
accurate.
into it. Let's get into it. So
Okay.
that video went viral on the old TikTok this
Sure.
weekend. Not like super viral, but it went out there. It got out there. We got a
Sure.
lot of comments on it.
Sure.
This is what upsets me about the human race, and this is why I know politics is just such a horrible thing. It's because somebody listens to like the first four things we say on there,
Mhm.
and then they just decide to drop a comment on it. Some of them are funny. They're like, "I've never seen a
Sure.
guy suck. I've never sucked a dick for an Oreo." Like,
Yeah, that
there's
shit's
some
funny.
funny stuff on there. But then
Yeah.
there's other people, and they're like, they've got to like argue with us, and they're like, "Well, you can't stop eating sugar, and you can't this, and you can't that," and they don't
They
listen
get
to the
real
whole thing that we
technical. They
say.
don't
And
understand that it's fat people talking about
yeah,
Oreos,
and then one person's
Like,
also one person I saw put on there, and they're like source, and you literally say, "Hey, I'm reading this on U.S. Week," and I say, "Take this with
yeah.
a grain of salt."
Yeah. I mean, I literally said www.usnews.com. And
Mhm,
then I make the joke, the internet never lies. Okay.
mhm,
All that was confirmation bias on the fact that Oreos. And here's my thing. If we're going to make, ignorant comments,
mhm,
I'll make some right back to you. Okay. Because let me give it to you this way. All those people who are all about, you've obviously never tried Coke then, you
mhm,
don't know what you're talking about.
mhm.
I've never did this, that, and the other. Let me break two things down for you simply. One, you're probably a cokehead and you're probably very skinny. Okay. So you really don't belong in the conversation to begin with. Okay. You
Uh-huh.
don't quite
Mhm.
understand the art of the Oreo as a fat person. So advice not needed, advice not going to be taken. Two, there's not a person I've met. Okay, I line up 1,000 people. 997 of those people agree with that statement. Okay, and
Mhm.
all it is that Oreos are fucking addictive. Okay,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
not going to open up
you
a
eat
pack of
one, you
Oreos
eat
and
two.
grab
You
one.
eat two, you eat
Yeah,
three, you eat three,
yes,
you eat four,
yeah,
you eat five.
yep,
You try to stop yourself at five, but you have the sixth one, and then you
yep.
tell yourself you're done. And then 4 minutes later, you're going back. The whole line's gone. It
Yes.
happens. It happens to the best of us.
The only time you ever get real cautious and you start paying attention, you start counting Oreos, is when you get
Mhm.
down to that last half of a row. Okay.
Mhm.
When you open it up and you got the 3 rows, you always do the middle first. I don't
Mhm.
like the way the packaging is on Oreos either,
Mhm.
because when you
Yeah.
open it, the sides, especially the corners, are tough to get to. So
Mhm.
you run through you run right through the middle.
Mhm.
Then you get to the side, and eventually you'll have one corner of one side.
Mhm.
Then you open it up. That's when you do the whole you know, we're gonna go with 3 tonight so I can have 3 tomorrow. Then you start counting it. But when you open one of those things, you're rolling through a fucking whole rack
See,
of those, and it's not even
Oreos
close.
actually taught me how to negotiate in life because my mom,
Sure,
she used to be like, have 3 Oreos. And I'd be like, let me have 6. She'd be like,
sure,
you can have 4. Be like, so 5? And she's like, 4. So then I learned, like, why don't we up that number? Like,
sure. Let's start at
you
10
know,
next time.
yeah. So next time I came along, I was like 7. And she was like, you can do 5. I was like, so we could do 6 then. If we could do 5,
Yes.
we could do
We
6.
could do 6.
And she's like, you
Yes.
can't do 6. I'm like, we can do 6, can't we?
Hmm.
She's like, 5, 5, take it or leave it. But I'm now up from the 3 that she was originally giving me. I'm up to 5 Oreo. That's how I
Sure,
learned how to negotiate. Oreo has
sure,
been a big part of my life. It's been valuable. I count with Oreos. I've learned
sure.
ingredients off Oreo. Oreos are a big part of my life. I
Let me ask
reached
you.
out to them to be a sponsor on the podcast. They sent me back an email. They said, "We're sorry. We do direct marketing. We don't do sponsorships." But I want everybody to get in the comments, tag Oreo, because
Yes,
obviously we need Oreo to either send us
yes,
some merch
yes,
or to, I mean, we really need them to sponsor the podcast. So we need a lot of tags to the
yes, yes.
at Oreo USA, whatever it's going to be.
It's a great
I'd like
sponsor
them.
for us. Okay,
It really
we
is.
eat more Oreos than anyone else I've ever met. I got a cookie jar, okay, that my mother got us for Christmas a few
Yeah.
years ago. There's only Oreos in that thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's only ever Oreos in there. And
Hmm.
now I got a question for you about the old Oreo. We'll get into this just a little bit for a second. When you eat Oreos, how often are you taking them and just dipping them with, grabbing them with a finger and doing the old dip and eat? You know, are you doing that often?
Well, so actually, typically what I do is I take a fork and I put a
Yes, sir.
fork through the
Yes,
cream.
sir.
So
Right
that
through
way
the cream.
you
Yes,
get the
sir.
whole cookie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
Yep.
actually
Yeah.
sell
Yeah.
around Christmas time, it always comes out and they have a thing. It's a dipper for it, but I just use
I
the
have it.
fork.
I
I
have it.
just
I
use the
got
fork.
the see once again, Oreo, what are we talking about here? Okay.
Mhm.
Brooklyn knows what I love in life. She gets me I don't remember if it was Christmas, birthday, something. She got one of those Oreo packs, you know, it comes with the mug, comes with a little dipper thing and all that. Um, but you would think it's the fork because I don't want to get my fingers wet. I
Mhm.
don't mind getting dirty for an Oreo. All right.
Yeah.
I'll roll around in the mud and dance a little bit if I have to. Okay.
Call me,
It's not about that. It's about
slap me in the
getting the
ass and call me
whole
Willie the pig. I'll be all.
it's about getting the whole Oreo soaked into the milk. You know, and it's a timing thing because you can't leave it too long or else she gets soggy. It's just until the bubbles stop. As
Mhm.
soon as it's no longer bubbling, you pop that fucker out, throw her in there. It's
Listen,
done.
there's another good lesson that Oreo's given us. If you're going to murder somebody with water, you hold them until the bubbles stop.
Sure, sure.
I'm just saying, Oreo's big life lessons, they should be sponsoring us. Tag them down below. This is going to roll us into our next segment. It's called the TB3. You guys may have heard of it once or twice on this podcast. But this week, we've decided we're going to do everybody's favorite baked good, and that's cookies. We're doing
Yes,
baked
yes.
cookies.
Yep. Staying in that Oreo conversation, Oreo is somewhat of a cookie. Now we've agreed, you know, on through texting throughout the week that we're not going to include Oreos or anything like that. This is, you know,
We may
it's
be
like a
doing a
baked
separate
cookie.
segment that is prepackaged cookies
Oh, I can get
or
into that.
packaged cookies.
Yep. Yep.
But this week, we're going to stick with baked cookies, something your grandma will
Yes.
be making in her
Yes.
kitchen. Your
Yep.
grandma's not making Oreos. If your grandma's making Oreos, hit us up though, because we'd like to see her. We'd like to hang out
Sure.
with her. But
Sure.
we're going the old baked goods.
Sure.
So
I'm going to go ahead and preface this with you're going to like one of them. You're going to like 2 of them. You're going to
mhm.
not like one of my top 3. Okay. You're going to
Okay,
probably not like my bottom. I don't think you're going to like my list at all, just to be quite frank with you. All right. But if you're
it's crazy.
listening, make sure that you put in the comments which list is better. Okay. We got Mr. Willett. We got Mr. Roth. We're both, you know, we're pretty much rating cookies. Everybody's eating a fucking cookie. Everybody loves cookies. We have
Hmm.
bad, we have good.
Hmm.
We'll get into it here.
Hmm. Hmm.
I started last week. If you'd like to start this week,
Oh, I'd
we
love to
usually
start.
start at the bottom and then we work our way up to the top.
So I'm going to start at the bottom. My absolute least favorite cookie in the world. It's called a Spritz cookie. You guys might call them something different.
Is
They're a
this your
German
number
cookie.
3 or number 1?
This is my number one worst
Okay.
cookie. Hate it.
Okay.
It's called the Spritz cookie. It's a German
Okay.
cookie. They usually come out around Christmas time. It's
Okay.
not the ones that you get in the tin, but people always put them on their cookie trays. They're dry. They're not good. Sometimes people dip a little chocolate on them to make them edible.
Are those the
Fuck
ones that
that
have
cookie.
like it's like a little twist to them? It almost
They
looks like a little
can
twist to
sometimes,
them.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
think I've seen those in like the tin
They'll
things you get
shape
with a
them
bunch of the
sometimes
cookies.
too. Yeah,
Sure. Sure.
they're not good. They're
Okay.
dry as fuck. I don't like a dry cookie.
Fair. Fair. You gotta have something to dip with it. Your mouth gets dry. There's no milk. You know what the weird thing is too, just as a sidebar in the TB3 here,
Mhm.
discussing cookies, discussing when you eat them, a lot of parties, a lot of Christmas, stuff.
Mhm.
Why does nobody put milk out?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's
I
never milk.
the general American public nowadays is like afraid of milk though.
No, milk is good. Milk is
I love
good.
milk.
Anyways,
I remember kids
um,
being so mad about drinking milk in high school. They're like, "Oh, I have
no,
to
milk
drink
is
milk.
good.
I have to drink
Milk is
milk with my
good.
lunch. They don't give me like a pop or something. I'd rather drink milk.
No, milk is good. Milk is
Milk is
good.
why men used to be men.
I agree. It's strong. It makes your bones stronger. At least that's what we were told.
Yeah, made me a thick little boy too.
Who knows though? All right, number one for me on the bottom, we're gonna go with plain sugar. A plain sugar cookie, they're trash. They come in every like assorted package of
Hmm.
cookies. You get like your chocolate chip, your plain,
Hmm.
your fucking sugar, your whatever. I don't want a goddamn sugar cookie. Okay, not to be confused with the ones that have the frosting on top, because those are
Yeah,
fucking elite.
that was a little
Not to be
soft.
confused
That
with
was
those.
falling a package cookie in my head,
Yes,
but
yes, I agree. I don't have that on the list, but I'm saying
okay,
not to be confused with that. I'm
yeah.
talking about a plain, just a sugar cookie. Trash.
Hmm. Okay. My number two, we're bringing it back to the dry cookies. Cookies I don't
Okay.
like. Butter cookies.
Okay. Basic.
Basic cookies. They're dry. They're just dry. They're always dry.
No pizzazz. No pizzazz to a butter cookie.
Yeah.
It's not going to get anybody excited. I
No.
can tell you that right
My
now.
nipples soft as hell when I eat one of those.
It makes my whole body become flaccid.
Hmm.
I agree with the butter cookie there. Number two for me, um, the people that love it, love it. The people that hate it, hate it. It's a very controversial flavor, in my opinion, in general, regardless of what it's for. That's the red velvet cookie. Okay. I don't like a red velvet cookie. I don't like red velvet fucking anything, to be
I
honest.
like
But
red
a red
velvet
velvet
cake.
cookie, I don't like. See, I hate that.
I like
Don't like
I
it.
do like red velvet cake. Red velvet cake can get real scary though if you're drinking real heavily. Like I
Puking
did
up
at
blood.
yeah, you think you're puking up blood because you're puking
Yeah.
red
Yeah. We'll
velvet
go
cake.
red velvet cookie at
Did
two.
that after a wedding one time. My bathroom looked like a murder scene. Anyways, that's gonna bring us up to my number three of the hated
Sure.
list.
Sure.
It's not necessarily hated.
It's
I
just the
would
bottom.
listen, guys. I'm fat. You throw these cookies out. These are the cookies out. I'm gonna eat them. Ginger snaps. Again,
What even is that, man?
dry, dry. It's like it's trying to be a molasses cookie, but it's not.
You're right on that. You're right on that. And they're fucking bitter.
They're bitter.
They're
They're
bitter.
dry. The only thing that makes them good is if you can get the right amount of sugar to coat it.
They give those things to like an old folks home that are so drugged out of their fucking mind they don't even know what they're eating. They think they're eating a fucking
You
leather
know,
belt.
it's funny you bring that up. We'll talk about this a little later, but the drugs definitely have a lot to do why the old people eat a lot of bland and shitty food.
I don't disagree with that at all.
They're just high as fuck
Um,
and Vicodin.
Number three for me, again, not one you see often. Okay, so not one that you see all the time. A little bit of a rare cookie. But when it's there, it just again, it's not a flavor for me. I don't like this thing. I don't want them in fucking. I don't like the flavor in general. That's
Hmm.
a lemon cookie. Any kind of a lemon cookie, whether there's frosting, no frosting, cookies, lemon. I don't like lemon. I'm not a lemon guy. I don't want a lemon cookie. It's like, am I eating something healthy? Am I eating something bad? What am I working with here? I don't
I
like it.
mean,
It's very tart to me too. It's
I ate a
got
lemon drop cookie the other
you
day.
know,
I mean,
yeah,
I don't
see,
mind them.
ass. It's ass. It's
I don't
fucking
mind them.
ass. All right.
All right, get fucking angry. I'll come over there and I'll fucking rip your nipple off.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, top. Now here we go. Now here we
Top,
go.
top. My number three favorite cookie, and this is because of one place and one place only, because it's the only place I've ever had it. Raspberry cheesecake.
You're talking Subway. You're
I'm
talking
talking
Subway is what you're
talking the way
talking.
of the sub. Way of the sub.
I love a raspberry cheesecake cookie from Subway. Subway's got some banging cookies.
See,
Let's call a spade a
that
spade
was
here.
real hard for me for the number three there, because it's like whenever I go, I go a raspberry cheesecake, I go a white chip Medaki nut.
Wait, macadamia nut? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I love a raspberry cheesecake from
yeah.
Subway.
The
It's a good
raspberry
cookie.
cheesecake. If
Um,
if Subway was like, we're gonna demolish our menu, we're only gonna have one cookie, and that has to be raspberry cheesecake.
Completely agree. Completely agree. I had a very hard time with the top three, I'll be honest. Even
Mhm.
as I'm saying them, I have no confidence in the
Yeah,
order.
yeah.
I
Neither
want
do
that to
I.
be known
There's too many good cookies
because
out there.
there's so many good cookies, and as you already stated, wait, I'm gonna eat it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I mean, what are we talking about here? But I tried to make it as accurate as I could. Number three for me is a salted caramel chocolate chip cookie.
Those
Okay.
are
I
good.
love the salt. I love the caramel. I love the
Hmm.
chocolate chip. A
Good
normal chocolate
balancing
chip
out.
is fine, but I love a little salt on there, a little,
Mhm.
savory, sweet. You add a little caramel, really get the balls fired up a little bit, and we keep it moving.
I like that. I like that. All right, so my number two is your classic chocolate chip. I love when you get a nice chocolate chip
Yep,
cookie. It's a little crisp on the outside, and it's
sure.
just nice and soft and gooey on the inside. As the Costco guys would say, triple chocolate chunk cookie.
It's a double chocolate chunk cookie, will it?
Triple
It's a
chunk.
double. It's a
Is
double.
is it
It's a
double?
double. It's double. Double chocolate chunk cookie.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
five
You're
big
right.
booms.
You're right. You're
Um,
right. You're right. But I love them. I love a warm
I have
chocolate
nothing
chip
against a
cookie.
chocolate chip. So we're coming together here now. Okay, number two for me. Okay, and again, the two and the one you can interchange them. They're one A, one B for me. Okay, it's a tough list for Austin.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go oatmeal raisin.
I like an oatmeal
I
raisin.
know people that hate them. I get it. And I understand how I just talked about the fucking lemon being is this healthy? Is this whatever? I get that. Okay. Hypocritical argument here. Love an oatmeal raisin. I love an oatmeal,
You get,
especially when they're a little softer, nice and
yeah, those
warm.
soft ones.
They're
You get a little
so good.
cinnamon
Another
pizzazz in
thing
them.
that Subway does great though. Subway's
Yeah.
got a great oatmeal. Subway's got great cookies.
Yeah, they really do. Only thing that they got great going for them. All right.
There.
My number one overall, peanut butter.
A peanut butter cookie.
Yeah, y'all know how we like the peanut butter on this show. Fuck
Yes.
Peter Pan though.
Yes, no Peter Pan. Peter Pan, I'll spit it in your fucking mouth. Okay, we're not doing Peter Pan. Love that. And not only do I love that, Will, but we'll go ahead and go right to my number one. You have to go to the committee to make sure it's allowed here, okay? But
All
I'm
right.
going to no bake peanut butter. Give me a no bake peanut butter cookie.
I like a good no bake. I like a good
Yeah,
no bake.
love it. I
You,
love
you
peanut
got a
butter is
you get a
great.
real thing with the oats up top though.
It's tough for me, man. I could go honorable mentions all day long. Like the fact that
Yeah.
Snickerdoodle wasn't in either one of our lists is a
It
real
was it
disappointment.
was so a snickerdoodle almost made its way to number three, but if you laid out a snickerdoodle and a raspberry cheesecake, I'd probably fight you for the raspberry cheesecake.
I think the thing with me about the Snickerdoodle is it goes back to the consistency,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Depending on who makes it and where you get it
Hmm.
from will change a lot. Like we all know
Hmm.
Susan can make a hell of a snickerdoodle.
She can make a
Okay.
snickerdoodle.
She can make a snickerdoodle with the best of them. But you go to somewhere else, you get it from a store, it's a real hit or miss. So I left it out for that reason too. But
Hmm.
I could list cookies for
It's one of
hours.
those cookies, if it's soft, I'm like, oh, these are great.
Yeah.
I like a
Yep.
like I said, like I like a softer cookie. Like I
Hmm.
don't want a super soft cookie. That's gross. Like
Yep.
when they're
Yep.
like completely underbaked. Ugh.
hmm Deer camp molasses cookie sitting over the
No.
fire,
Fire.
throw it on the fire. I don't remember if it was like 2, 3 years ago when I'm 100% taking credit for starting that. Okay. We're like sitting there, and one day I'm like, because they get cold, right? It's cold out there. I just threw one of them on the fucking on the stove, the little wood burning stove, right? That's like a top two cookie for me ever, but it's so
Hmm.
specific. You got
Yeah.
to be at deer camp, you got to
Yeah.
have the
It's too
molasses, and you got to
specific.
have it on the thing. It's
Yeah.
great. I'm gonna run through the list real quick, okay?
Hmm.
Mr. Willett, we'll go top first. We have peanut butter cookie at number one. We have
QB.
your classic chocolate chip at number two. We go raspberry cheesecake. I'll add the asterisk for Subway at number three. Then we go to our bottom. We have the Spritz cookie at number one.
Hmm.
We have the butter cookie at number two. And then we
Hmm.
round it off with the ginger snap. What a dog shit cookie.
Hmm.
Dog shit cookie. Okay. Mr. Roth, top, we have number one, no bake peanut butter. Okay. Number two, we go oatmeal raisin. Number three, salted caramel chocolate chip. Okay. Chocolate chip, caramel salt, however you want to word it. Give it to
Hmm.
me.
Salt, caramel,
Um,
chocolate.
sure. Bottom, number one, plain sugar cookie. Okay. Number two, red velvet. Number three, lemon. All right. So that's the list. Go in the comments. Tell us which list you like more. Mr. Roth, Mr. Willett, let us know.
After you put that list in
We're
there, make
going
sure
from
you
there.
at Oreo.
Yes, yes, we got to get Oreo talking a little bit because they're missing out on the fact that 15,000 people watched us talk about it. That's 15,000 people that could be buying
We're
Oreos right now.
basically we could be the spokesman for Oreo the same way as
Yes.
like you have Shane Gillis and Post Malone. They're doing the
Yep.
commercials for Bud Light now.
Bud Light. Yep.
We could be doing them for Oreo.
Who do you want talk? They've got their marketing all fucked up. Okay, I'm not going to bash them because we love Oreo, but I don't want to see a very skinny, healthy, happy family going for a jog and then eating an Oreo. You know what I mean? I want to see two people who are sitting here discussing life, smacking down some Oreos. That's what the
Dipping
people
them in
want.
milk. Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
That's what the
That's
people need.
If you're one of those monsters out there that takes the Oreo, twists it in half, eats the cream, and then
Yeah,
eats the
you're
cookie,
a disgrace.
stay the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Honestly,
I'll
you
hire the Russian mob to kill you if that's
there
what you're
could be
doing.
questions. There could be like questions you have to answer before you buy the Oreos. And if you're one of the people that do that, you just get locked. It's like your ID gets fucking rejected. Like you're not allowed to buy them.
No, you know,
That's some psychopathic shit right there,
yeah.
just to be
You
honest.
keep doing that, I'm calling Donald Trump. He's going to have you on the ice list. You're going to
Sure.
Mexico.
Yeah,
And
you're getting sent somewhere.
you're going to go work at the factory because that's where Oreos are made is in Mexico.
Are they
Mexico, if
really?
you will. Yeah, you didn't know that?
Are they made in Mexico?
Yeah, that's why Barb from Fix won't eat them.
Holy shit, I do remember that now. I'll fuck up an Oreo.
Yeah, me too.
I
Hey,
will. I want the cakester so
Mexico
bad.
does a few things right. That's Tres Leches cake, that's Oreos, and that's tacos, baby.
You said you're going shopping tomorrow.
I am.
If you find them, I'd like you to get me a pack, bring it to
I
me
will.
Sunday,
I
okay?
will. I will.
Because I would like, I seriously, I can't find them, dude. I swear on my life, I go to gas stations all the time. You know that. I've gone
Yeah.
to two different grocery stores. I've gone to fucking five or six different gas stations. I cannot
Okay.
find them, dude. I've asked
Hey,
the attendant.
yeah. No, I listen, I get it. I get it. I get where your
Oh,
head's at. Um, I do want to get into my swear word of the week before I forget.
sure, sure.
So this week, like I said, it's not always going to be a crazy swear or anything like that, but this week I went with damn.
Damn,
If
damn,
you'd like me to
damn.
use that as a sentence,
I would.
damn Daryl, you're pissing me off. God damn it, stay out of my house, Daryl. That's my sentence.
Why did we get real southern there?
Well, because Daryl's definitely
Daryl, Daryl.
Daryl's Daryl's from the
Daryl's a
heart
good
of
name.
Kentucky.
Yeah, you don't Kentucky. Yeah, you don't hear a lot of Daryl. Dan's a great word, first of
Yeah,
all. What was last week? Was it tramp?
tramp. It was tramp.
Tramp. So we go
Yeah,
tramp, damn. A damn
yeah.
tramp,
Damn tramp.
as some would
That
say.
damn tramp. Daryl's
Um,
wife.
I wanted to talk to you about something I want to get into. Okay.
Well, are you gonna
So
let me give the definition of this
I
bullshit?
forgot. I'm sorry. I completely forgot.
Just
Go for
skip
it.
over my segment. I don't
Definition of
matter.
damn. Go. Go.
Damn, Austin. Way to fucking go over my head there. Um, damn, it is a verb, and it is so apparently this has always been one of those words that's like kind of a bad word. It's always been
Sure.
used for reasoning of bad. In the Christian belief, it means to be condemned by God to suffer eternal punishment in hell. So, I
Okay.
mean, we've obviously switched that around the way we use it a little bit. So, you should be damned. I mean, I've always heard that in church, like be damned, things like that. Never really understood that. The second little synopsis they have here on the Google Dictionary from the Oxford language is condemned, especially by the public expression of disapproval. So damned seems to be I mean, condemned is obviously the word that I want to use here, but I was trying to use a
Sure.
synonym to that
Sure.
to the people, but I don't know. Kendrick Lamar, he's got a song called Damn. It's pretty decent. Check it out. But then make sure you tag Oreo.
Tag Oreo. We're gonna see some Oreo tags. Okay, it's gonna happen for sure. I apologize. I did not mean to interrupt the segment. I honestly forgot that there was a definition added to it. I'm hopped up on painkillers right now. Okay, so I'll use as my excuse.
Is that right? I already sent my body
Um,
or my bounty hunter to your house.
um, as long as the kids don't wake up, we'll be fine.
All right.
Um, but no, I wanted to get into cigars again. Okay.
Cigars.
It's
Okay.
something that I want. I'm thinking, I've been debating, I'm going through the process of buying a humidor, like not a
Okay.
big one, just like a small little humidor. And I want to get some cigars and I want to get back into it. We used to do it all the time.
Yeah, we do.
Um, and we don't anymore ever. I very, very, very rarely will I ever have a cigar. And I think it's great. You get a little whiskey, you get a little cigar, sit by a fire, talk. It's just that's what we used to go in the garage, just me and you.
Yep. Yeah.
You know,
Just sit out there and
have
talk.
have a cigar and just
I
talk.
have a cigar sitting right here.
That's up close of Willet's nostril right there, folks. In case you were wondering what that looks like.
The bats in the cave.
But no, I want to get into cigars. It's something that I've been thinking about getting into.
Well,
And
see,
not even just like stop at a gas station, get one or something. I want to get some nice ones. Now I'm not, it's a different
okay.
world now. Like Cubans aren't as crazy as they used to
Hmm.
be because they're legal and you can go anywhere and get one.
Yeah.
Um, but I like an infused cigar.
Well, I
I
was
like
about
them
to say,
sweet.
me, I used to be like a really dark cigar person. I'm
Sure,
actually coming more towards the mild and some of the sweeteners now. Now, my
sure.
problem is like I don't want it super sweet. I don't want to have like that sugary feel on my lips or anything like that. But
Sure.
it's kind of funny because even like when I smoke cigarettes, I smoked like a Marlboro Red and I smoked the American Spirits. But I started smoking not Newports, but they were a mentha of some sort. The Camel Crushes, that's what I smoked.
Hmm.
And so then I was like, oh, I got to get away from the sweeter tobacco. I didn't really like it. But now, in today's world where I don't really smoke as much, I'm going back to that sweeter flavors of tobacco.
I like a cigar. It's a slow burn. It
Mm,
tastes good. You're not
mm.
really inhaling it anyways. The only I just have it's just the after. Like if you don't go inside and brush your teeth and throw some mouthwash in there, like if God forbid you fall asleep right after a cigar, you wake up the next day like you just ate a fucking cat litter box or something,
No,
dude.
it
It's
literally
rough.
feels like a bear shit in your
Yeah.
mouth after you don't
It is a
fucking do
rough
something.
morning, man.
If you
You
don't
gotta
drink a
get
little
after it.
Wawa or something,
Yep.
jeez.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta rinse that shit
Yeah.
out quick. And that's
I mean,
it's a big con.
but I still, sometimes I like to pour myself a nice glass of whiskey, sit on the porch,
Sure.
smoke a cigar
Sure.
still. I smoke them occasionally still, not as much as probably we used to in the past. You know
Hmm.
me, I used to pour myself a little glass of Gentleman Jack and sit at the patio furniture.
Sure. 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 It's something I want to get into. So it's something I figured I'd bring up and discuss with you. Are we gonna discuss the US Open at all?
We will, but we also should discuss the fact that it's about time to break out the 25-piece patio set. It's one lawn chair and a 24 pack of Bush, but the
The
weather's get
25-piece patio set.
the
That was
weather's
good.
getting
I
nice.
like
The
that.
weather's
I was
getting
so
nice.
confused for a second. I'm like a 25-piece. Like that's a lot of chairs or fucking tables or something. I like where you went with that. That's good.
Uh, the U.S. Open,
24
that's
pack and a chair.
crazy.
Like
Oakmont,
that.
that's a wild, wild course.
Oh my
Bryson
God.
DeChambeau +7 after day two. Oh
He's
my
plus
Lord.
10. He ended at 10. He missed the cut.
Oh my God.
It's bad.
I had him in my parlay too.
It's my parlay got fucked. Ludwig Oberg fucked me bad. It's
Yeah.
just some notable names that missed the cut. Okay. You have Dustin Johnson, Phil Mickelson, Cam Smith, Bryson DeChambeau, Ludwig Oberg, it, Tommy Fleetwood. I
This was
mean,
supposed to be Phil's last run too. It's
Phil
RIP.
Cantley, Phil Cantley. I just said Phil Cantley. I meant to say Patrick Cantley. But yeah, it was Phil. And dude, he had a putt. He had like it was like an 8 or 9 foot putt
Mm,
on the last hole. And if he
uh,
made it, he would have made the cut. I wanted
yeah.
it so bad. He missed it by a hair.
Did you see
Tommy
Patrick?
Fleetwood,
Did you see Patrick Reed's hole out yesterday for
Dustin
Albatross?
Johnson for Albatross. Get fucked, dude. That
Yeah,
course is brutal, dude.
that
We have
course was
what do we have right now?
horrific.
One, two, three, four, five. There's 5 people under par going into the weekend right now. And you have Sam Burns, who shot a 65 today,
Hmm.
is fucking wild. Currently with the lead, JJ Spawn still right behind him. Victor Hovland right there. But it's that course can get fucked, dude. That course is
That course is crazy,
it
and
brings me go for it.
I mean, it's literally so somebody who I work with, he's not into golf all that much, and I'm obviously getting into watching golf a little more, so I turn it on at work and stuff like that. He goes, "Look at that course; it's just wide open." I go, "Dude, it messes with your head. Yeah, it's wide open. Everything's crazy out there. There's not a single tree in sight, but that grass is 6 inches high. Oh my God!"
The
And he,
fairways are so tight that
yeah,
I heard them today in the broadcast talking about how the greens were like a 14 or 15 on the stint, which is crazy
hmm
fast. But like the collar that's around
hmm
the green, like the first cut, the collar, that's rolling at like a 10 to 12. So like these guys are putting on the collar faster
hmm
than any greens that you and I would ever even play at. They're not
yeah.
even on the fucking green. It's
I
that
We
fast.
were listening to the commentators today at work, and the one guy says, literally, all you have to do out there is go out there and breathe on the ball, and it's going to go somewhere.
Yeah,
And they,
it's insane watching them play that course. And part of it got me thinking about like, we joke all the time. And like, if we're playing a recreational round, I usually go for it. The gallery rule that
Mhm.
we say, if you and I are playing together and we both clearly see your ball land here, but then we drive up and we can't find it, you drop it. It's a gallery rule. We keep it moving. Everybody's got to agree that it went there, but you keep it moving. Like I'm watching this, and every time, not like 90%, 100% of the time that these guys hit a ball and it goes into the rough, into the ditch, into the pew, the church pews, whatever. Every time there's fucking 20 volunteers who run over, spend 5 minutes looking, and then stick a flag there. Okay. And they literally talk about it. I heard them say it 20 times today. If there wasn't a volunteer right there to put it, they would never find that ball. And it makes you think about like, when we have these matches and we do
Hmm.
this shit and we play with each other and all that, how many fucking strokes do we lose? Think of the course that we're going to Sunday, in a couple days that we just played last weekend. I mean, you could add at least 7 or 8 strokes to your day from simply
Oh,
losing a ball
yeah.
that's in the fucking
I did.
smack dab of the middle of
You know how
nothing.
many
Like
I lost at least 8 balls, like just in the rough the other day. And I mean, that's
yeah,
what, maybe 3 inch high, like
yeah,
4 inch at max.
yeah. hmm
I could not imagine 6 inch rough.
That course is so hard. Honestly, looking at the leaderboard, I have no idea who's going
It's
to win this
anybody's
thing.
game.
Yeah, it
It's
really is.
anybody's
Because
game.
even the guys
Even, I mean, I was
like
worried about
Brooks
Scotty
Koepka,
Scheffler there for a minute.
where's he at right now? He's sitting at
He
what,
was at
three,
like
right?
23rd.
Four. So four. Yep, 23rd, four. So but you have what is that? I mean,
I mean, the cut today was at like +5 or +6, if I remember correct.
it ended at +7. It went from +3 was the
Jesus.
projected cut to +4 to +5 to 6 to 7. It went to +7. Today played, people got the shit kicked out of them today, dude. That was a brutal fucking course. You watch Roy McIlroy bitch whip his fucking
I
club because he
saw
got so
that.
pissed
That was
off.
crazy.
And he made the cut too, didn't he?
Did
He
he?
did make the cut. Yeah, yeah, he's 6 over. He just made it because they
I
went down to 7.
last time I looked, it was at I was at dinner, so I don't.
It's insane, dude. Yeah, John Rahm fell off. Colin Morikawa fell off. It's gonna be a it's gonna be a crazy ending. Brooks Koepka's still there at 2. I mean, I have no
Hey,
idea who.
good game out of Brooks Koepka. The first time I've seen his name doing something good in a while.
He played great yesterday and today. I mean, he didn't play bad. He shot 2 over, but Jesus, man, it's that course is fucking brutal, dude. It's nuts to see the difference of people, shooting 2 over, 4 over. I mean, some of these guys today shot 8 over today, shot 9 over, shot 12 over. I mean, holy fuck. Uh, I love the US Open. I put it in the group chat the other day. I think it's my favorite major. I think out of all obviously the Masters is the Masters, and we love that. And it's
Hmm.
it's like the coming of Jesus, right? The weather
Yeah.
changes, golf is back, everything's awesome. But the US Open, man, it is fucking brutal.
Yeah,
Like Pinehurst last year was rough.
you can't
This
really
course
stop the
is
Masters for me. Masters has got to be my favorite.
it's incredible. It's awesome. I just like watching guys struggle,
Mhm.
Like I know if I was on that course, I think I sent you today, it's like 156. If I could break 150 on that course, I'd be amazed. The fairways are so tiny and these greens are so fucking fast. It's insane. I don't know, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch.
So Tyler Perry's got a new movie out.
I saw that with the mom.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but
I watched it
I've
last
heard
night.
very good things about it.
So I'm not going to break it for you then.
Yeah, don't break it for me. Don't break it for anybody yet. But we plan on watching it tonight. We got caught up doing some other stuff, so we'll probably
Good
watch it
movie.
tomorrow night.
Good movie.
But anyways, that's not even what I want to get at. Are you aware of the situation with Oliver Anthony?
Oliver Anthony.
Rich Man North of Richmond sung that song.
Oh yeah, all about him. Yeah. I just watched a podcast with Joe Rogan
Did you?
today.
Okay, so his wife wants to,
Cunt.
yeah, she's a complete cunt, wants to divorce him. She wants 60% of all future earnings.
Yep.
Basically, he got to fame. He had this whole thing. He was super close to making a deal. They wanted all of his, basically they were going to give him $7 million and they were just going to run him dry. They were going to have him until he was nothing but pulp.
Yep.
And Joe Rogan actually stepped in, stopped that, told him, "Hey, you can keep writing bangers, you can keep putting them out there." So, anyways, he dropped a song. I mean, he dropped a song. It's called "Scornful Woman." Oh my God, will that make you just feel a different way about life? I have a
Did
very
you watch the
loving,
Joe Rogan
supportive.
podcast
I have not watched the
with him?
podcast between those two, but
Okay.
I've got a synopsis of what happened, and I just know the situation of what's happening between him and his wife, and it's just like,
Sure. He talks about how like he only plans to do a couple songs. Like
mhm,
he talks about how much money he made from that
mhm,
fucking from just Richmond, north of Richmond. He talks
mhm.
about just that song, how much he made, and like how much he's gonna make from this song. He literally says his goal is to put out like 2 or 3 more songs, and like that's it. He's gonna just ride
Well,
off into the sunset.
I do know he said like he just doesn't he thinks he isn't a good songwriter. Like in his head
Yeah.
he's like I can't he's like I just can't write them all.
He thinks he's a one-hit wonder.
And a lot of people are like, "No, dude, you can keep writing these. Like if you wrote one, you can write more." He Chris Stapleton has always been one of my favorite
Good
modern day
voice.
country artists. Oliver Anthony after Scornful Woman, he's making it up there. I mean, if he writes a couple more songs like that, I if you guys haven't listened to it, you got to get out and listen. I wish I could play it on the podcast first, but copyright issues and such.
Sure. Sure.
But I mean, it'll make you feel a different way. I have a very loving, supporting wife, but like at the same time, I mean, I blast that song in the car, and it's like
It's
you feel something about it. You feel like that negative energy from that woman. Like you can just feel his pain. You could feel everything in it, and you could just oh, good
the song's
good
been out for
music.
9 days. It has 3 million views.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it the night it came out. I think that the night. Apparently, a bunch of music dropped last night at midnight from a bunch of rappers. I didn't listen to any of that, so.
I couldn't tell you about any of that shit. What I could tell you about is the fact that I completely agree with everything that you just said. I mean, he put that song out, and that song was about as strong of a fuck you as you can make to his wife. I mean, I hope that piece of shit burns. I
Yep.
mean, I love every second of it because that's what it is. That's the problem, you know? I mean, I don't even want to get deep into it, but it's like, I'm not even going to get into it because it's going to go into a whole different tangent
Yeah.
that we don't need that in the public eye. But, you know, it's just the way of the world now. You know, it
Yeah.
just is. These fucking, I
Well,
can't. I'm going to leave it alone.
this his wife who believed, like she was there when they were poor. He was selling farm equipment. Does she get some alimony? Does she get something in the divorce agreement? Yes, because she was there during that time. But to just be so greedy, to be so nasty, and like she doesn't have a reason. He didn't go out and cheat on her. He's not doing anything to hurt her. He's not anything. She just wants, I mean, it's just,
Well,
it's
she
crazy.
wanted a divorce, no?
Yeah. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
she wanted all this. Like
Mhm,
she waits till he gets big. She wants it. It goes to like you see the people
mhm,
who like I think it was a movie or a show or maybe it was real life. I don't even fucking remember. But I've seen it a few times now where like they go back and forth, like not Oliver Anthony, but just like people. They get a divorce and like the husband gives them everything, you know,
mhm,
everything you want. Like you keep
mhm,
the house, you keep the this, I'll pay for this, whatever, keep it all. Take half of whatever, take 90% of everything I have. And it's not good enough for them, you know,
mhm,
because then they're like, well, I want your retirement.
mhm.
It's like my fucking retirement that I work. I can't. I'm gonna go on. I'm telling you, you're gonna get me going here. It
Yeah,
gets
I don't
me
know.
hot,
I
dude.
don't,
I
you know
can't
how
stand
often
it.
I'm scrolling on TikTok and that like paternity court or something pops up, and it's like this woman and they're like, well, I know he makes more money than that, and then the woman or like the judge is always like, what are you talking about? It's a younger black judge. I don't know
Yep.
what her name is,
I
but
know who you're talking about.
yeah,
She's a savage.
yeah, and she's like, what are you talking about? You know he makes more. She's like, well, I know he's got a side job. She's like, well, can you prove it? Like, no, I can't. And then she's like, okay, well, let's start looking at finances now. All right, he makes 55,000 a year. He's supporting the kids. He's paying for their insurance. He's paying for this. He's paying for that.
He pays for school. He
Wait a
pays for
second.
the health insurance. He pays
You're
for
a
everything.
PA and you make $128,000 a year
Hmm.
and you want more of his money? And then she's like, huh, okay. And she starts doing the math and she's like, actually, no, you're going to pay him. Love watching that stuff. Or like
Yeah.
or like the mom's not working at all. Like she's like, I've got no job. And then she's like, well, my full-time job is watching the kids. And she goes, yeah, that's not how it works. You can get a job. These kids are in school most of the day and blah, blah, blah. I love that woman. Love watching her stuff. Shout out to her. I wish I knew her name so I could give her a bigger shout out. But
I just want you to know right now, I'm sweating this NBA Finals at the moment. So there's 44 seconds left in the game, and the Pacers are down 3 points now. I have a little side bet going on with Mr. Dewey at the moment. We've been chirping big time about this shit, and I don't even watch basketball. But I need the Pacers to go ahead and pull through right now. 44 seconds left, and if they don't, it's going to be brutal for the big guy. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. So if
if
I
you would have
seem
told me,
distracted, a
if
lot
you would
going
have
on.
told me that you were going to make that bet, I would have told you not to do it. The Thunder are on fire.
Well, listen, he said the same thing, and then they won, and then they won again, and they're up 2-1 in the series. So it's
Mhm.
like, you know,
No, the Thunder are a reckoning right now.
they're very good. They're also down in the series. Now they're down,
I have
Pacers are down 4 points.
I've
It's
been
not looking
friends with
good.
Mr. Dewey for a long time. I don't even know how he became an OKC fan, but we would go to like Pistons games and stuff like that, and he'd wear his OKC stuff. People would shit on him. I think we
I
went.
love that shit though. I fucking love that shit. We'll get into it. You got me going right now. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I love that shit.
Hmm.
Be a fan.
Hmm.
Be a fucking fan. I am so top three things that piss me the fuck off are fucking fans that are not a fucking fan, dude. I can't stand that shit. If you are a fan of your team, I don't give a fuck if they're not playing. Dewey, how many times did he go to a Pistons game when they're playing the fucking Nuggets?
Hmm.
He's got a goddamn OKC sweatshirt on. Why?
Hmm.
Because he's a fucking OKC fan. You know how many times I went to Lions games against Chicago, against Green Bay, the one time they played the Patriots? I would always wear Patriots gear, always. Then you look at pieces of shit like Logan, okay, who's a diehard Green Bay Packers fan, but goes to a Super Bowl party and wears a fucking Kansas City shirt. Are you fucking kidding me? I hate that shit. You got Jimmy on fucking Facebook wanting to run his mouth about fucking Drake May. It took me 35 seconds to find 7 different pictures of him in fucking Indiana Pacers gear, fucking Buffalo Bills shirt, Detroit Lions shirt, Tigers shirt, Royal shirt. Are you a fan or are you just, I'm going to wear, what do you say? He literally commented, do you expect me to go to a Bills game and wear a Lions shirt? If you're a fucking Lions fan, I do. I fucking do. That's what I expect from you. Be a fan. I
Listen,
can't stand this wishy-washy bullshit. And then they come at me because my whole life I got to sit here and get fucking buried in the dirt about being a Patriots fan. And you're a bandwagoner
hey,
and you're just
maybe
there
you
because they
shouldn't have
win.
grown up a bandwagoner.
I'm over it, dude. I don't care if people say it if they're a diehard fan. I've never seen you wear any team other than the Lions ever. I have literally never seen you wear an NFL jersey, a shirt, a hat, anything that's not a line. I'm thinking, right? I can't think of anything other than like when we played football, you wear your team shit, but I've never
Yeah, I'm
seen you
trying
wear
to
an
think.
NFL team other than the
I don't,
Lions.
I had this weird bout when I was like in my little rebellious age, probably like 13, 14. I tried to convince my family that I was a Steelers fan, and they looked at me and
Sure.
they like literally laughed. They were like, Zach, you literally
Mhm.
love the line. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are right. I think I gave up on that one real
I
fast.
mean, I have some cool jerseys. Like I have an RG3 jersey
Hmm.
from when he was there. You ever going to see me that wear to a fucking game? No, I'm never going to wear that when they're playing. Like it's just like a cool jersey, right? I have an Inamarican Sue Pro Bowl jersey. I have a Joseph Adai, the running back for the Colts, Pro Bowl jersey. I have an Aaron Rodgers Pro Bowl jersey because I think that those jerseys are cool. I don't wear them, okay? I'm not going to wear them to a fucking sporting event when my team's not fucking playing. That the those two people, Logan and fucking Jimmy, can both get bent over a barrel. Okay. I cannot stand that shit, dude. Because like those are the people who talk shit. Those are the ones who run their fucking mouth and then go like, can you imagine being a Lions fan? Okay. Your whole goddamn life, Will, you are a die-hard Detroit Lions fan. Whether they go 0-16 or 15-2, you are a Lions fan. They lose in the NFC Championship game against San Francisco. You have San Francisco, Kansas City playing the Super Bowl. You get invited to a Super Bowl party, right? Are you wearing a fucking Kansas City shirt? You couldn't pay
I
me enough.
might
You
show up.
couldn't pay me enough money
I
to do
literally
that.
might show up in a rented Rory costume, the mascot of the Detroit.
I, I hate it, dude. My blood is like boiling. I'm so
It
over
is
that
funny though
shit,
because
dude.
like the Lions were good this year, and like being in the army and stuff like that, like I'd wear like a Lions gear, and they'd be like, "Oh, jumping on that bandwagon," and it's like, "You don't know me. You don't know me. Don't talk to
Yep.
me. You do
Yeah.
not talk to me." And then they're
Yeah.
like, "Well, the Lions are good this year," and it's like, "Yeah, the Lions have sucked my entire life, and I've wore the same Lions gear my whole life. You want to go through the Rolodex of the photos I have. You want to talk to my family? I have been a
Mhm.
diehard Lions fan my entire life.
Yeah.
Always stood by them through thick and thin. Always
Yep.
will."
Yep. You know how weird it was for me the last 3 years? Okay. Walking around Michigan wearing Patriots gears, and I got people that are wearing a Lions shirt looking down on me. Do you know how fucking weird that is for me to walk into a store and everybody's got Lion shit on, which I'm used to. I live in Michigan, no big deal, right? But usually they're like, oh, Patriots, oh, whatever. And now they're
Mhm.
like, oh,
Yeah.
Patriots. Like they look down on me.
Mhm.
Like what a weird
You
flip
know
of
what?
a world.
The thing I hate the most about like Detroit sports being as good as it was this year, because it was very good this year. You had Tigers went to the playoffs last year. The Pistons went to the playoffs. The only team that didn't make it was the Red Wings. They still had a pretty decent season.
Yep.
Is all the people who like never cared about sports. They're like, "Oh my God, we're just such a great sports town and we're just this and that." Like, bitch, I have been in the droughts. I have been in the ditches with these teams my entire life. The Tigers,
Nobody worse than Detroit.
yeah, and it's just
Other
like,
than the Red Wings.
yeah.
You have old
And
school
now
Pistons and old school Red Wings.
and now I got to pay extra money to go to a sporting event because they're good. Because now I've got all these fucking high school girls buying things because they're like, it's cool to be a Lions fan now. It's cool to be a Tigers fan. It's cool to be a Red Wings fan. Like, fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm telling you, it's something that it boils me. Like I remember when Logan wore that shirt last year and we went at it for like a week and a half. I just can't wrap my brain around it. And when they look at me and they're like, well, Kansas City's playing. Like my team's not playing. Like, what are we talking about right now, dude? I will never understand that fucking logic of just like wearing different shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool if you're just like a fan of football. And you're like, I'm a football fan. I just like watching football. I don't have a team. This team's in the Super Bowl. I'm at a party. Let's wear the shirt. This is fun. But when
What
you
was the
claim
really
to be a
big?
diehard, when you golf bag is Green Bay fucking Packers, okay? And you claim to be a
Ugliest
diehard
golf bag that I've
Packers
ever
fan,
seen.
and then you wear what are we doing? What are we talking about right now? What is happening? I hate it.
When
Rant over.
yeah,
I can't fucking lose it.
your dad's a real tramp when it comes to football teams, though. Um,
See, but my dad doesn't have a football team.
no.
My dad, he is whatever his fantasy football team is, that's his team because he's
Mhm,
gone through the Rolodex. I mean, you
mhm.
want to look at Aaron Rodgers was his quarterback. Motherfucker's got a Green Bay Packers hat, Green Bay Packers sweatpants, a shirt, all that. The second that he drafted Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City, Kansas City. Then he drafted Justin Herbert. Now we got a Herbert jersey. Now we're Chargers fans, right? Now this year, just past year, now we're Jane Daniels. We love Washington because that's his quarterback. So I can at least respect the fact that he lives in the truth of I don't give a shit what team it is. It's whoever I have on my fantasy team. That
Yeah,
makes sense to me.
he's a
At
real
least I can wrap
NFL
my brain
tramp.
around it.
He's out there whoring
Yeah.
around in the
Yep.
NFL. That's all that's
Yep.
happening.
He's selling his body to the highest bidder, is what he's
Yep.
doing.
Yeah. It's not a good body to buy. I'm gonna
Well,
tell
I'm
you
going to
what
lose
it
this
is.
bet. It is what it is. I'm not going to look at it anymore. It's disappointing. It is what it is. We keep it moving. Technically, we're even right now because I won the first game. He won this game. We leave it alone. Anyways, go on. Sorry. Sorry for the rant. But that you got me going. You brought it up and I can't stand. We had just gotten into that argument with Jimmy and I just, I can't
My
stand that shit.
allergies have been horrific in the last.
See, I don't have allergies, but I have been trimming my nose hair now. And because
Interesting.
I have so much hair in my nose and it usually bothers me. So I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I got one of those things. I went in there and fucking sawed it all off like I'm a goddamn lumberjack. Now there's nothing in there. So it's like bare and it's bugging the shit out of me. Because like when I breathe through my
Mhm,
nose, like there's nothing there. It just
mhm,
comes right
mhm.
in and I'm like, it's fucking weird, dude. I don't know what's happening. I
Sometimes I wake
regret
up
it.
in the morning and my mustache is like flipped up and it gets inside my nostril and I'm like,
It's an issue.
trying to get that shit out. But no, my allergies real rough lately.
You have
This
allergy problems.
there's cottonwood in the there's I
Yep.
have a lot of problems. See, this is the issue is I tell somebody like when I'm going to be sick or something's going to happen and they never believe me and it always
Hmm.
happens. We're at football practice. Hey, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to throw up. Just go practice. No, I'm going to throw up. Mr. Roth's looking at me. Projectile vomit all over the field. Hey, if I tell you something's going to happen with my body, it's going to happen. I know it better than any other person on the planet.
It is your
Yeah.
body, your choice, fair enough.
Yeah, my choices are limited.
That's accurate. At least are we feeling like we're gonna get sick? Do we
No,
feel a
I'm not.
sickness coming on?
No, I just got real bad allergies.
Sure.
I'm just headaches every day. Just bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. I'm just
Fair
sick of it.
enough.
I want the cottonwood gone. I want the pollen done. The
We're just
the
getting
issue is
started.
the issue is we've gone through the first spring, then we had like
Second
another
spring.
midwinter, then we had a second spring, and then we had another midwinter, and then we had the third one. Like fuck this shit, man.
We
Like
even
just
had a brief little summer week where it had some 80s
yeah,
there for a second.
yeah,
Sunday's looking beautiful now for us,
yeah.
Mr. Willett, for the golf
Thank
round. It's
God.
looking gorgeous. Like
Thank
when we
God.
tee off, it's going to be 62 and sunny. And it's going to be sunny almost the whole time we're playing. I'm
I
excited.
literally bought 4 dozen balls. I plan on losing a dozen at that course again.
Now it's even hotter. Now it says we're going to get to 77. Yeah, it's
I'm
going to
wearing
be
shorts.
60 degrees. I think I'm going to wear shorts too. I
I'm
might
so
wear
excited.
pants.
I'm
I
so
don't know.
excited to wear shorts again.
I don't know. It'll be a game time decision for
I
me.
I really enjoy because then I don't know if you do this, but the minute I walk in my door, undo the belt, the pants come
Yes.
off, shirt
Yep.
comes off, an athletic shirt goes on, basketball shorts go on. Every single day, unless if it's midwinter, I change that out. What happens is the athletic shirt still goes on, but sweatpants go on, and then sometimes if it's real chilly, I put the
Hoodie.
sweatshirt on too.
Sure.
So,
Sure. Yeah. Same way. Same way. I literally walk in the door, boots come off, walk into the room, belt, pants, shirt, change. I have basketball shorts on,
so
shirt, keep it
even if
moving.
I know I'm going out again later in the day, my socks come off too. I do
Yep.
not like to walk around with socks on. I got a real thing against socks.
Yeah, but you got weird feet in general. You got little fucking gorilla toes and shit. Your toes are like people's hands. You could be
Yeah.
like a very, you got like the space, the gapping between your big toe and your other toes is like fucking
I
three
got
inches.
perfect flip-flop feet. I can grab
Yeah.
anything with my toes, but I got
You got
flat feet. I
skis
could
down there.
water ski
Yeah.
without skis.
You have the
Wow.
flattest feet I've ever seen of anybody in my entire life.
It's not
I could
fun.
use your foot as a level.
My feet hurt all the time.
I'm sure
Especially
they do.
especially because I'm weighing a little extra right now too.
Sure,
They
sure,
definitely hurt.
sure,
Definitely hurt.
sure.
Have you ever had a cronut?
Yes.
You
Love
like
them.
them?
Love them.
There's a place right by my house. It's called Parlor Donuts, and apparently that's all they make is cronuts.
Mm.
And we're gonna be checking that out this weekend.
I went to DK's yesterday.
DK's is good.
Hmm.
That's what we had when you helped me move.
I've been spending a lot of time by where you live. So I
Today,
kind of know that area
today on
quite
my
well
way
now.
home on my street, there's a sign for your company, like 5 or 6 doors down.
I know I put that sign there.
Oh, well, that's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
I
That
thought
was
about.
the day that I fucking stopped by your wife's house, or I stopped by your house and saw your wife and the kid. I put that sign up. So unless they took it down and put it back up,
I think so. Or
could
or
have
somebody
happened.
else went there.
Could have
Maybe
also
this is a
happened.
different house. I was driving by it and I was kind of thinking like one of those Democrats. I was thinking about just driving it over it,
Sure.
just because
Sure.
I can't have that.
Disrespectful, but sure.
I'd rather
That's what
call it.
keeps this podcast afloat, things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And soon it'll be who?
Oreo,
Oreo.
because you're gonna tag them down below.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I just still can't believe that video has reached 15,000 people.
It makes sense to me,
I
honestly,
mean,
if you think
it
about
does
it.
me too. The comments just really get me going when I go through and I read them. It's
There's
just
stupid people out there. And, we're
it,
not afraid to call stupid people out. It's that simple, you know?
uh,
What do we have to lose? Nothing.
corn pops.
Corn Pops is incredible. Top three cereal.
See, this is not a top cereal for me.
We've done TB3 cereals before.
I think so. I have a real problem with corn pops though, because I have like a traumatic experience when I was a kid. So,
Hmm.
yeah. So, anyways, I really like to light things on fire. Bit of an arsonist.
Pyromaniac?
Yeah, I've been ever since we moved and I've got this fire pit out here. I have a fire once, and every time I
We
do
just
it,
got that fire pit. I like having fires.
yeah, every time I light something on fire though, then a neighbor's got to come out, poke their head out, like, what are they doing over there? And so I think what I'm gonna start doing if they poke their head out, I'm gonna be like, you want to come over for a beer? Like I'm gonna really make it awkward for them. Like
Be neighborly.
stop looking at me.
Invite them into the hot tub.
I don't want any. Then I
Fair.
gotta clean up. That thing
Fair.
was a bitch to clean. Nobody ever warned me because I had to go in there. I had to clean it all out, and then I had to like balance the chemicals and stuff. It took me like a week. I watched like 15 YouTube videos to do it. I am not a chemist. I am not a Walter White.
Not a chemist. I respect that.
That was so hard. I was like, I was doing like ratios and stuff like that, and like I've cooked for a long time. I know how to do 1 cup of this and a 1-to-1 ratio and stuff like that. It's like, no, you got to drop this way down, then you got to do this, and this level will rise, and then you got to take that level, you got to put that, and you got to rise it. It was rough for me. It was rough. So yeah. And so then I call the company and they're like, it's $80 a week for us to maintain it. I was like, $80 a week? Come out here and maintain this? No, I'll figure it out. Don't you worry, big.
I'll figure it
But
out. You too.
I got to figure it out. So
Good. Good.
yeah,
Good.
good stuff.
Good stuff.
Um, Mike Smith used to say that. Good
Good
stuff. Good
stuff.
stuff.
Good stuff.
My sister has our old football coach as a teacher.
Wenzel.
Shook. No,
Mm,
remember him? He would have
do.
been our sophomore year.
Yep.
That was when our line coach was uh
Get some cold cuts.
yeah, get some cold white. Coach Cam. Coach
Yes.
Cam. And he did all cold cuts dance for
Coach Shook. Fuck you. Excuse my French.
he would literally swear just up and down. But after every swear, it was part of my French.
You
Excuse
can't
my
catch the
French.
fucking ball. Excuse my French.
Part of my French. Excuse me. What the fuck is wrong with you? Part of my French.
Pardon my French.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I just want to know who the fuck's out there trying to grind at homecoming. Excuse my French. Remember when we got in trouble for that because somebody decided to say some dumb shit on there? It's just crazy the things that we got in trouble for. It's like, you get punished as a team. I hated that whole thing. We're a team. Everybody does it together. Like, remember when like the defense would do like mess up and they would have to do push-ups and then like one of the offensive people would be like, "We're a team. We have to do it together." And then the offense would mess up and we'd get like a punishment and then they would never do it with us. Like, fuck you.
Sure. I remember. I spent a lot of time running because of stupid people making stupid decisions.
Yeah. I remember running sprints until we threw up. They just don't they just don't make kids as hard as they.
Joe
You,
Flacco just talked about that at his press conference. He was
did he
talking
really?
about how, yeah, because he was talking about how, like, because he's so fucking old, he's an
Mhm.
old man. and he was talking about how like these new rookies and shit that just got drafted are bitching and complaining about how hard the day was when they went outside for an hour and 40 minutes. And he's like, because they don't do two-a-days now. Like they don't
Hmm.
understand like the two-a-day culture of like, you get out of school at 2, you lift, you done lifting, you go to practice at 4, you don't leave practice until fucking 9. You then don't understand the summers, waking up at fucking getting to the school at 6 o'clock. You don't leave until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 8 o'clock at night. I mean, I can't even tell you how many hours of my life was spent running
How many times in
for a
the middle of
sport.
February did we get a text from Green? He watches this too, so he's gonna know. We'd get
Good.
a text, and he'd be like, "Hey, meet me at the field today. Nice day out.
Yeah.
Nice day out."
Yep.
And then we'd go out there and we'd run like kick drills and shit. Like
Yep. Yep.
he did come in clutch quite a few times for us though when we were running some crazy sprints. He's like, "Listen, you guys are linemen. You guys aren't running that. You guys are
Yeah.
gonna come over. You're gonna run your own thing with me."
Yeah.
He came in
Yeah.
clutch for that a couple of
He
times.
did. Sophomore year was the best green ever. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Sophomore year was a
No,
great
that's our
green. There were
junior
so many.
year. Junior
Junior
year.
year, excuse me. You're right, junior year. There were so many times when they'd be doing some team bullshit, and he'd be like, "All right, guys, come over here," and
He's
we'd
like,
like
yeah. He's like,
run
yeah,
through kick drills.
you guys aren't doing that bullshit. He
Yeah,
was my track coach as well. I always loved having him as a track coach because it was just bullshit. We're just out there
he's a good
throwing
guy.
shot put. I remember one time we got yelled at from the head track coach because she's like, everybody else is here till like 7 o'clock at night. So like, why are you guys leaving at like 5? And he's like, how many times do you want them to throw a shot put? You can only throw a shot put 10 times before your shoulder falls off. So he came in clutch many times in our lives. Good man, good man. Decent guy.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He sells houses.
He does. He does.
I bet I could outfish him.
I could not.
That brings me into my next segment. I don't like horses.
I hate horses.
They scare me.
I lived
They're
my
a
entire life
scary
saying that I
animal.
don't trust a horse. The shoes are permanent. Who
Yeah,
makes that kind of commitment to a shoe?
nobody.
Nobody that I trust.
No,
That's for sure.
horses.
Don't
No,
trust a
you know
horse.
who makes a lifetime commitment to shoes? Old people.
Well, that's
Like,
because they don't have a long
like,
time left to live.
yeah. Did your dad? I don't know. I guess your dad would have been too young for this. This would have been more like grandfather's age. Like they would just get like stuck in their ways and they like would not give up on something. Like let's say they had a pair of shoes and that's a pair of shoes they wore every day. And then like they literally be falling apart and they're like, I'm not going to replace them because this is what I know and this is what I like.
Sure. Sure.
I
I
just,
mean, we all have stuff like that, no?
I mean, yes and no, but I feel like it was a lot worse like for our grandparents' generation. Obviously, they gone through the depression and such, but
Sure. Fair.
yeah. Speaking of the depression, uh, get on YouTube, search up Cooking with Clara. They're very boring videos, but they're very like ASMR. She lived through the depression. She died like 10 years ago now. These videos are quite
Okay.
old. But she's just like, "Hi, I'm Clara. I'm 98 years old and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making meals from the depression." She's just making like Italian ice and stuff like that, and she's telling you about the depression and stuff. Excuse me, always enjoyed it. That's like my weird like pleasure thing to watch. Like it's just like it's very calming, reminds me of great grandma. Just
Sure.
like,
Something to go to
yep,
bed to at night.
yeah. Do you like boba?
No,
I do not like boba.
no, not a boba person.
Do you know who Lily Hayes on TikTok is?
No.
She's this older, I don't know if she's Hungarian, what she is. She's got a thick accent. She's very angry all the time. Her son always kind of messes with her a little bit. She's she's drinking boba one time and she's like, "What is this? Eggs?" I think it's so funny. I think she's funny. I think she is so funny. I don't like boba though. You look upset. Did the bet lose?
I mean, we did loss. We did lose, which is whatever because we're even. So it's not the end of the deal. I just got a lot going on. I got a lot on my plate right now. I got a very busy day tomorrow. I got a lot of stuff I have to get accomplished, and I have a very important day Sunday. So I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm mentally locking in. Also, I'm on a lot of pills
Mm.
right now for the old back at the moment. So we got a lot of pills going down.
Have we had any
Um,
more McDonald's incidents?
um, I mean, the other night I got McDonald's and I got 2 McChickens, add cheese, extra mayo, charged me a shit ton of money for the cheese and mayo, did not add cheese, and there was no extra mayo. So that pissed me off quite a bit, but
Dog shit performance
keep
out of
moving.
them.
They also keep leaving shit on the menu that's not on the menu. Like it's not an old school menu where like they have to go outside and like change it. It's fucking digital. It's a screen. You know what I mean? Don't leave hot and spicy McChickens on the menu if there's no hot and spicy McChickens. Like, oh, sorry, sir, we don't sell those anymore. Why are they on your menu?
Yeah,
Then
that's a
Brooke's like,
good
don't ask him
question.
that. It's like, well, I mean, what the fuck are we doing here? It's on your menu. I want what's on your menu. We don't have it. Don't
The
put it on your menu.
snack wraps are returning July 6th or something.
Popeyes is coming out. It's got some snack
I
wraps, and
saw
those
that.
look good.
The issue is there's only one Popeyes by me, and it's like a 30-minute drive.
So there's really none by me too. Probably about the same. I mean, I have Flint.
Yeah.
It's closer to me, but still
Flint's
like
got a
30
lot of
minutes.
food. Like when we were down there today, I was like, man, I forgot about how much food's over here.
Does
A lot of food. We went to the old Texas Roadhouse, like that place.
great
Good
place.
rolls, good
Great
steaks.
rolls, cinnamon butter.
I got a, my beer was ice cold.
I had a very cold beer there as well. Hurt to touch it. I was so cold.
See, I get the draft, so
Yeah, I don't do the draft beer. It gives me headaches.
I like the draft beer. I do like to go to Buffalo Wild Wings occasionally because they do draft beers pretty cheap. Like
Sure.
$5 for like a tall Miller.
One of the places I'll put down some draft beer is a bowling alley.
Yeah. Yeah, get a pitcher. Hey, can I get a
Mhm.
pitcher? Yeah, that'll be $1.50. You're like, give me
Yeah.
7 of them.
It's like the
Like
cheapest fucking beer in the world is at a bowling
the
alley. I
only
swear.
I
Golf
think
courses need to adapt that mindset.
there's only two places that are like cheap to drink at. You get there and like you order a drink and you get surprised. Bowling alleys, casinos. At least Soaring
Yeah,
Eagle.
that's because they want you drunk. They want you spending money.
Yeah.
So that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. You go to a normal bar and they're like, yeah, that's gonna be $15. And you're like, I don't understand. That's something else that we get comments about. And it's like I'll say something sarcastic. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was like, they threw an orange in my Coors Light and then they charged me an extra $15 for it. And somebody says, obviously he's never drank before because they don't put oranges in Coors Light. And it's like, did you not get the sarcasm in your voice for a moment?
Well, you come across as a very serious man, you know?
I mean, I'm as serious as a chicken that doesn't have a head.
I want you to know that I don't like this shirt that you're wearing.
I see. It's season. They're in season now.
It's
The
just like it's
fishing
got
shirts are
it's
coming up.
got your shoulders like very up here. Like I can't tell that you have a neck tonight. You're very
Well,
shouldery.
you can't tell that I have a neck because I have a double chin that's longer than my neck.
That's fair. That's fair enough, I suppose. That's a good argument.
But it's
Good argument.
it's it's time. The fishing shirts are out. I
Fair.
broke them out. They're in the closet. They're ready to go. I'll,
I
I might
like
wear
it.
one golfing.
I'd like you to wear. Are you wearing what shirt? You said you're wearing the taco shirt on
I
Sunday?
think I'm wearing the pink tacos.
Okay. I'd like you to wear that or the money shirt.
If I wear the money shirt, I got to get out the blinged out Squirtle, which I
Oh
don't know where
boy,
the blinged out Squirtle is.
the missus is home.
I think we're getting close to our time.
I think we're right about an hour.
If you want to call it here, you can call it queer. I'm probably gonna have to bleep that out, aren't I?
Probably.
I'm gonna leave it in. The people will think it's funny.
Fair
Um,
enough.
well, anyways, if you were a lake perch, I'd throw you back.
I don't even know how to respond to that statement, to be honest
I
with
don't
you.
know. I'm just excited. It's fishing season back.
Sure, sure.
I live very close to a lake. I want to be fishing a lot.
Put some fish in the hot tub.
Wake up the next morning, have fish too.
Sure, they won't live very long, but they'll be cooked for you. A very slow burn. It's like smoker. It's like a smoking fish. Did you smoke this halibut or this halibut? No, sir. That's a hot tub special.
If I catch a halibut out of Lake Orion, that's an issue.
Sure,
That's an issue.
sure, sure.
Well, anyways, this is the day's end, so we can't stay all night. Um, Everybody, I want you guys to have a good week. Make sure you check out Scornful Woman by Oliver Anthony.
Sure.
And
Tag Oreo.
you got to tag Oreo, baby. Because here we
Tag
go.
Oreo. Tag
Tag
Oreo.
Oreo. Tag Oreo. All right.
Peace out.
Adios, muchacho.
Just two guys with opinions to spare. Not supposed to be here, but somehow we're there. With just a couple of fellas from the heartland, talking about life with a beer in hand. Not the kind of guys you'd expect on air, but we got things to say and stories to share. Sitting in our chairs, feeling a bit too tight. Two Midwest dads just setting things right. Not supposed to be here, that's what they all say. Two fat guys with microphones having our day. Not supposed to be here, but here we are. Mr. Roth and Mr. Willie just raising the bar. Our bellies are round and our jokes are flat. Got opinions on everything, imagine that. From backyard grilling to local sports teams, we'll break it all down between our dad dreams. Our kids roll their eyes when we crack a bad pun, but on this podcast we're having some fun. Not supposed to be here, that's what they all say. Two fat guys with microphones having our day. Not supposed to be here, but here we are. Mr. Roth and Mr. Willie just raising the bar. They said the airwaves weren't meant for guys like us, regular dudes with a little extra fuss. But we pulled up our chairs and turned on the mic, found out our regular talk sounds alright. Now listen up folks, I'm laying it down. Two everyday heroes from a Midwest town. We talk about life and the things that we see. No fancy production, just him and me. Got day jobs and families and mortgages too. Just sharing perspectives on what we go through. Not trying to change the world with our show. Just two regular guys with some thoughts to throw. Some people might wonder why anyone cares about what we think when we sit in these chairs, but turns out there's others who feel just like us. Regular people who don't make a fuss, so we keep on talking about whatever we please. Football and fishing and family recipes. Not supposed to be here, but we found our space. Two big guys with big hearts at our own pace. Not supposed to be here, that's what they all say. Two fat guys with microphones having our day. Not supposed to be here, but here we are. Mr. Roth and Mr. Willie just raising the bar. Just two dads with opinions to spare. Not supposed to be here, but glad that we're there.